We talked about earlier how jobs cuts will be affecting the entire gaming industry, and today we have bad news that unfortunately everyone was right and more job cuts are coming to the entire industry. This is a cow's opinion. There's no time for jokes because this just sucks. Because Riot Games, yes, the Riot Games, as per this article on The Verge by Richard Lawler, one of the biggest, most successful game companies on the planet today, lays off 11% or approximately 500 jobs to refocus their efforts. And this is Sucktown, guys. We're going to talk about why it sucks, but it's pretty, and I mean beyond just 500 people are getting affected and losing their jobs. But as we've talked about on the channel previously, 9,000 layoffs last year in the gaming industry, and now Riot Games has decided to put its money where its mouth is and join that, as the company announced that we are focusing on fewer high-impact projects that move us toward a more sustainable future, which is eliminating roles for 530 people globally. Now, the article does make a very good point. Game Developers Conference put out a survey that I have not been able to talk about yet on the channel, but 56% of the respondents felt that layoffs were in store for their studios, due in large part to a post-pandemic course correction. So, we all had to stay home on a staycation for a few years, and these studios staffed up, but they never planned for a return to normalcy or staff down, and now it's killing them. And this just sucks. Some of the significant investments we've made aren't paying off the way we expected it to, says CEO Dylan Jaja in his company-wide message, and that there's going to be a meeting with the leads of the affected employees in the next 48 hours and at least 6 months severance, which I like that part. It sucks that you're getting fired, but at least you're getting help as you transition. Now, when he says significant investment, he means in 2019, Riot had their 10th anniversary expansions, and they're trying to spread League of Legends, the most popular, most profitable MOBA. Just look at their annual championship and see the freaking stuff that they do. They're trying to, there's a fighting game being made, they've released an RPG, they're releasing a really cute little thing. But right now, it's mentioned later in the article, they're releasing so much stuff. They're even rumored to be working on an MMO. That, it's a lot of stuff. They did a lot of investments. So Riot says it wants to prioritize its core games like League of Legends, Valorant, which is the shooter, also experiencing some cutbacks, Teamfight Tactics, and just the auto battle, and Wild Rift, which I'm not really sure about, as well as the esports and events tied to these. Now, they also confirmed that the Project L 2D fighting game is still making great progress, and that this is also not going to affect Season 2 of the Arcane show on Netflix, coming out this November. What they all talk about is things like Legends of Runeterra, which is the free-to-play collectible card game digitally, that hasn't performed as well as we needed to, as per the CEO, and it's being reduced and focused on the PvE game. It's a really great game. It's a little slow and complex. I can see where you can make improvements, but the problem is that it's also massively expensive to get into. It's just not worth it, honestly. And that's unfortunate, because you can tell it's polished, it's beautiful, it's got great mechanics. You can tell a lot of time, money, and effort went into this project, but it's just not hitting. The other target, unfortunately, is the Riot Forge label, which was also announced as part of that 2019 project, to help partner with smaller studios to create more League-related titles. Now, they've made 6, including a Netflix mobile exclusive Hextech Mayhem, but Riot Forge is going to shut down after releasing Bando Tale, a League of Legends. That's the cute little, you play as one of the cute little furry guys, and you get to just go around the village and help people and stuff, and I think it sucks because, honestly, to get stuff out, they needed this, but Also, I mean, it's just how it is, unfortunately. Now, the cuts are not being made, according to the CEO, to appease investors, but instead, we have to do more to focus our business and center our efforts on the things that drive the most player value, the things that are truly worth players' time. They're not going to... Now, the cow's opinion is this. This sucks. An 11% reduction is a lot. It's better than the entire studio closing, which, again, they make a lot of money. I'm not worried about that. But God, man, this really sucks. The article does close by the layoff tracker maintained by Kotaku, which we will click here, is now been updated to 3,800. Does it say? I think it says at the top. Yeah, there's Riot Games. One player mission also just after. As of January 23rd, today, 3,892 people have been or will be laid off this year. That freaking sucks. What is that? Oh, that's my YouTube. Excuse me. No, that's not information. That's just me listening to music while I was researching the story. Guys, it sucks. Corporate overlords made big bets and then went on hiring sprees, and now the regular developers and game designers and artists and tech supporters and quality assurance people are the ones paying the price for their mistakes. And that sucks, and it's never fair. It's not fair that the people who made the mistake are not the ones who take pay cuts or get fired or get reductions. It's just not. I'm reminded of how Nintendo, after the Wii U debacle, did not go on massive layoffs, but instead pointed out that we will need these people to make games. And instead, the people at the top of the company took pay cuts until Nintendo was on a better footing. And this is just not what Western studios or even other Japanese studios, that's a Nintendo thing. That's not even an East versus West mentality. This is not what the game industry as a whole does. They cut jobs. But here's the thing. In 1 to 5 years, they're going to have to rehire most of those jobs. And again, Riot prints money. I don't think that this is a money thing. I think, well, we just want to make the adjustments because we don't really need them anytime soon and blah, blah, blah. And this sucks. It's terrible. This is why people are talking about game. I don't know how a game union would work across so many different major, moderate, and minor studios, or if it even can. But this is why people are like, well, maybe they need a union because, again, people at the top who made the decisions are not the ones paying the price. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this, because I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me that this sucks. And you can always play more games because games are awesome. Try not to let this get you down. You deserve awesome, but guys, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not a game developer expert, but I do watch stock markets and investing and stuff, and I have to agree, 9,000 layoffs, we would be so lucky if 2024 only had 9,000. I think it's going to be bigger. I think if these studios are finally paying the piper for bad decisions, bad investments, and we're probably going to have to do more updates like this, guys. You deserve awesome, and the people who make the games don't deserve this. I'll see you next time.